Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Working with Workingman Ron Doyle. Glad to have you all back. This short video demonstration is about the KLEIN hybrid pliers, model number J215-8CR. They're a nice set of pliers. Been using them for probably going on 6-7 years. Shortly after they came out, and found that there's two small problems with these particular pliers, and one is marring of copper as you're doing twists, and the other is the overall outside finish. I've got a brand new pair. I'm going to do a demonstration for you. First thing we're going to be doing is twisting grounds together, and I'm going to show you what these will actually do. So something for you all to be aware of. So I'm going to pan you down to this box. We've got a double gang box coming into this this living room, and this is a fan, and this is going to be a three-way living room light. The other switch location is over there. Basically, we're grouping 3 grounds to the corner. We have a 14-3 coming in for our three-way. We have a 14-3 going to our ceiling fan, and we have a feed. Only one feed coming in. So we have 3 wires. We have a 2-gang box, and what we want is 2 ground wires coming out. So I'm going to group these over in the corner. I'm going to put my open end of the brand new cutters, KLEIN hybrids, through here on this side of the jaw, away from the stripper side. Grasp it like so, and I'm going to loosely spin it so that we can get a spiraled ground going across here. Now, what I normally do is I'll pick out the shortest wire, because we only need 2. I'll pick out the shortest one, and I'll cut it off. Well, right now I don't want to cut it off just yet, because what I want to show you, what these pliers have just done, is they've gouged the inner jaw of this plier, this sharp lip that you see right here and right there on that cutter, has actually gouged the wires enough to where I put my Buchanan on there. I've got a sleeve Buchanan that we're using, because you can't use greenies in this application. I'm going to slide it up past our intersecting point where they're twisted together. I'm going to put our crimper on there in that intersecting point and compress that. Now, what normally happens is I'll get this back in the box. I'll push it in the back like so, and I've only left 2 wires on there, and what I'll do is I'll map them over where they need to go and bend them off to the side. And then I'll pre-cut them to the right length, and I'll go ahead and bend our hooks on them. And I'll do the connection. And after I get all my connections done, I'll get those switches and I'll push them in the back of the box. Well, what was happening was these grounds, by the time I pushed them in the back of the box, they were breaking off. So due to this heavy scoring that's on this ground wire. So I'm going to see, I've got one that's scored pretty heavy and one that's scored light. I'm going to see if this will break off. And it did. Now, it broke off right where the scoring is on that wire. Now, to give you maybe a little bit better illustration, this wire, if you can see it, doesn't have any score cuts. And you're grouping grounds together like so. We got 3 grounds here we're going to twist together, and you loosely put these grounds in here and you start spiraling them. Grip this with another set of pliers. This is the older pair that I've got, but I'm going to spin these together, see if I can show you what this thing's doing here. I don't know if you can see those score marks. There's heavy scoring going across these grounds, right where you would put your Buchanan. And those score marks are so deep that if you fold them once or twice, they break right off. Now, with a regular set of KLEIN, either KLEIN or Knipex brand pliers, that inner jaw on the inside should be smooth. Now, if you look at this particular set of hybrids, You can see how they've got like a polished look going right across this inner jaw on both sides, like right there and right there. You don't see that sharp edge that you do on this brand new pair, which you can see the copper tinting as I was spiraling it going across, right across there. I'm going to show you how to modify these pliers so that this doesn't cause you problems in grounding and bonding of your electrical switches. So let's go outside and show you how to do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got you outside, and we are going to do a needed modification on the KLEIN hybrid lineman's pliers, model number J215-8CR. Apologize for the wind. I can't help that, but I'm going to try to speak up so you all can hear me. We're going to do a modification to these. I want to show you basically an assortment of KLEIN, Craftsman, Knipex, lineman's pliers that I've had over the years, and I've progressed up to these because they are of a hybrid type. And as you can see, I carry the KLEIN hybrid lineman's and the KLEIN hybrid needle nose in my everyday carry pouch that I use for trim out. And basically the hybrids are to reduce the amount of tool count that you have in your tool pouch and carry on your person every day doing your job, and reduces the weight, fatigue on your body, and you're able to be more productive in going from cutter feature to a strip feature to a crimp feature to a shear feature. And basically it's 5, 6 in 1. Works really great, and I find that it's far superior to carrying around a set of strippers with you and a separate set of linemen's to do your twist and your crimps. So let me pan you down so you can see what we're comparing over the past years. This pair is a very old pair of Craftsman. I've used them so much, and I've wore the name off of them. You can't even read the name on them anymore. The grips are a little loose. Broke them in over time. They used to be glued in. They came loose. And when I first started out as an apprentice, I had the habit of beating staples in, and it's caused the pliers to actually get loose at the rivet. It's something that it's talked about. You can see the nick marks in the face of this. If you have to strike a staple, you want to strike it with this side or with this side to reduce the stress and the flare on this rivet and making your pliers sloppy. But these are the oldest ones that I have up here. Got a pair of old KLEINs that a friend of mine retired to me. They've got the replaceable heat and slide on grip, KLEIN replacement grips on them. But he retired. He retired these to me a number of years ago, and I've used them. I prefer the cushion grip on my pliers, so I keep these in my spare tool bag for emergency cases. These are the newer version of KLEIN. They've got the crimp. They have a little bit of a knurling right here, so you can grip a fish tape if need be. And the jaws are pretty much rounded over, unlike the hybrids that you would see that I'm going to show you today. These are very stout and heavy. Haven't used these much. I just got them about a year ago, and I put them into my other service truck. These are model number J213-9-NECR. Got a two older pair of Craftsman's. Ever since I got these, I didn't like them. They're way too heavy on the end, too clunky, real chunky. And these were made before Craftsman Tools was sold out to Stanley Works. So these are the older type, same as these, but you can see the bulk and the heft is quite a bit different on this one than it was on the older series of Craftsman linemen's. And these are a smaller version of a lineman plier. Milwaukee came out with their version of lineman's pliers a number of years ago, and the model number is 48-22-6100. These are nice. I like them mostly because of this curvature that's on the grip. It keeps you from, when you're pulling a fish tape with the blade, it keeps you from sliding off of it. I really wish that KLEIN would incorporate this camber into their handle. I really kind of steer away from these because the chunkiness. You can kind of see the similarity. These are very similar to the old Craftsman right before Stanley Works bought them out. The Nipex, so far, out of all the lineman's pliers that I've showed you, for being a full-size lineman's plier, these have the comfort grip. The model number is 0912240T. They have a carabiner clip for fall arrest protection that is fairly tight, and I can't get it out with my short fingernails, but that flips over to this position so you can put a tether strap on it and tie it to your belt. If you're working overhead, you won't drop it on somebody. But out of all of the pliers that I have used in my career of doing electrical work, these are my favorite by far. The biggest benefit to these lineman's pliers is the size of this hole right here. If you compare it to a Milwaukee, you can see the difference. If you can compare it to a KLEIN, KLEIN is more, KLEIN's on the top. KLEIN is more of a rectangular hole. This is more of a round hole. Comparing it to the older style, same layout. It's more rectangle. It's more elongated than the round. And what I found that you can do with this is trim off, not cut, but trim off your 4-aught aluminum service conductors if you make them slightly too long. This is a nice feature of these pliers being this open. Now, weight-wise, I can tell you these are lighter than the KLEINs. It's not by much, maybe a mere ounce or so, but they are lighter. They both have the crimp feature. If you notice, almost all my lineman's pliers have the crimp on it. I want the option to be able to put Buchanan's on. This older style doesn't have that, as you can see. So progressing up, I tried out these, and these are a KLEIN hybrid lineman's version of plier. Now the strip gauge on these goes from 18 to 10 gauge on the solid. They shear two sizes of screws, which are 6/32 and 8/32. After using these for about a month, I wasn't really liking the knurling inside of the jaw. I found that it did more slip and spin than it did grip, and these are spring-loaded open return. If you can see, there's a spring right in the center. I'd prefer my hand to do the opening of the plier and not have it spring assisted. There is a closure clip that's right here that can be used to close the plier in a closed position, and you can roll it basically with your finger. So it is a one-handed operation, something that you'd have to get used to figuring that out and working with it. But by far, out of the hybrid versions, this has been the best so far. I have broke two of these in the past, and mainly shearing. This here's a 6/32 screw, an 8/32 screw. I had used this to do light fixtures outside, and I was shearing some stainless steel 8/32 screws, and on two different occasions I have actually broke the rivet loose in the center. If you can see on this plier, the lineman that's in this picture actually lines up, and when you break that rivet loose, that lineman won't line up anymore, and it'll start spinning, and you'll know because you'll have to open these pliers like that something's not right with them. Well, the KLEIN sales rep, they replaced these twice for me, so this is the third one that I've had, and every single one of these I've had to modify. So I want to do this video so you all know how to do the modification and what to look for, so you don't damage your bare copper grounds twisting them together to make your connections in your electrical boxes and your switch boxes. So what I've done was bought a brand new pair, and this pair of hybrid lineman's pliers is going to be on my 500 subscriber giveaway. I have got about 8 to 10 replies for the question that I asked in my 500 subscriber giveaway, and one gentleman happened to get the right answer. Was going to do a drawing and put them all in a hat, but only one gentleman actually got the right answer. His name is Justin Lopez. He is a electrician from Florida. So Justin, if you're watching this video, these pliers are for you, bud. All I need you to do is attach a comment to the bottom of this video with your email so that I can get the mailing address from you, and I can send these to you. So I'm going to do a modification right now, show you all how to correct the two issues that I have with this. Number one is scoring your grounds up from this raised lip. As you can see right there, the raised lip on the top and the bottom. You can see it right on the back side, right there. We're going to grind that off. The other thing that this is having an issue with is where all these edges are real sharp, and you keep sliding this in and out of your tool pouch. I carry around the Vito TP4B, B for hard plastic bottom, but in putting this plier and back and forth into this tool pouch over a period of time, what you're going to find out is the sharpness of these pliers, these edges here, are going to want to chafe your tool bag. Well, I hate to tell you, but this tool bag ain't cheap. They sell for right around 100 bucks, and need to kind of prolong your tool bag life as much as possible. So I'm going to show you what we need here in getting this done. You can use electric grinder. I just prefer a battery operated grinder. It turns a little bit slower RPM, get a little bit more control over it. I'm going to use a 4.5 inch 1/16 Warrior brand, which is Harbor Freight cutoff wheel. And the reason why I'm using this is I don't want to sand the edge in a round fashion. I want to try to keep it as flat as possible. So I'm going to use a brand new wheel. And then on the outside of that, on the outside of these hybrid pliers, we're going to use a 120 grit flapper wheel, and this one is a Milbro, which is a generic. I think these are sold at Tractor Supply. But this is going to aid in polishing these outside corners. And so let's get started. I'm going to take our battery out for safety, so this thing doesn't accidentally get turned on. And we are going to put our approved safety glasses on. These are already got a scratch in them, so I'm not worried about ruining them anymore. But we'll take our grinder. This is a toolless grinder. Put your wheel, make sure your wheel's in the right direction. Now, you may want to use a face shield in doing this. You want to make sure you don't get these under load, and every time that I get done with a thin cutoff wheel from a grinder, I take this off the grinder. I do not store it with a thin cutoff wheel. If you happen to place this grinder down on a tool or something that's sticking up, and it rides like that over time, you can put a hairline crack in this. Next time you go to start it, this grinding wheel is going to fly apart on you. So I always remove them when I'm done with them as added safety. So now we got our cutting wheel in, put our battery in. We're going to take our linements, put them over here to the edge of the tailgate, and what we're going to do is we're going to take off that inner lip, and it's very so slightly. Show you what I did. Basically, I laid the wheel flat and I polished off that back edge, and it's not hot to the touch because we took off a minute amount. Basically, I did a flat across the back side to take that raised edge off, and then I took and I chamfered the back side of that, and I did that on both sides. Now that modification, it's simple modification, will prevent your ground wires from getting gouged and breaking off doing your terminations. So now we're going to take battery back out. We're going to take our wheel back off. We're going to swap our wheel out with the 120 grit flapper wheel. Snug her up, put your battery back in. Now we're going to do a polishing on this. The edges I'm concerned with is this edge here, this one, this one, KLEIN's already fixed this one. This was a sharp little booger when KLEIN first started making these, and it looks like they've identified that as being a problem, and they've already fixed that one. I used to fix these when I would get them because that was real sharp there, and they've fixed that one right there. So we're only worried about these sides. I'm going to leave the end squared off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our video presentation of doing a modification to the KLEIN Power Bit Lineman's pliers. You can see I've got the edges nice and smoothed over, so inserting it in your tool pouch won't create any issues. And the inner jaw of this being filed flat with a chamfer on the back, same as on this side, will prevent you from twisting your grounds together and gouging and scoring the wires on this inner jaw. So these pliers I'm going to give off to the 500 subscriber giveaway, and Justin Hernandez is the only one that got the answer right. The video that you all were looking for in the 500 subscriber giveaway was how to install Halo ceiling cans. How to install Halo ceiling cans. Justin commented on another video at the bottom in the comment section. He commented on my other video of how to fix loose outlets. He actually commented on the bottom of that video and found the video installing Halo ceiling cans and found the two tools that I broke in that video. Now, a lot of people guessed that it was the DCD 996 DeWalt drills. I did a video on 2 of those drills that I mailed off as a warranty issue, and the thing is, I did not destroy those 2 tools in one video. But Justin Hernandez out of Florida, South Florida, guessed the answer correctly. Justin, these pliers are for you, bud. I need you to send me a comment at the bottom of this video stating that you are him, and give me your email address. You and I will contact back and forth. I'll get your mailing address through private email, and I'll mail these to you. Hopefully you like them, and they serve you for many years. They carry the KLEIN warranty, so they should serve you very well. Just don't, ladies and gentlemen, don't use this side, or don't use the sides of the pliers where the rivet is here and here to beat staples in. That will definitely destroy your lineman pliers, no matter what brand they are, because they're all pretty much the same way, with a flared rivet inside. So I hope this video was helpful and informative to you all, viewers. I thank you for coming back. I ask that if you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for future videos and tool reviews on things electricians do. I wish you all a wonderful and blessed day, and stay safe out there.